What's up guys, welcome to Tech Predator. Today we will be talking about what Samsung might be doing and should be doing with its next-gen foldable. But before starting, please like this video and must hit the subscribe and notification bell so that you can get such kind of videos on time. The Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 4 has some big shoes to fill if it's to follow on from the impressive Galaxy Z Fold 3. But there's room for improvement, with the foldable phone's formula still not yet perfected. While a trickle of rumors is now starting to flow steadily for the Z Fold 4, there's still quite a bit we don't know. So we've collected all the leaks and rumors we've heard so far, and we've weighed in with our thoughts on what the Z Fold 4 needs to improve on if Samsung wants to continue to hold on to the best foldable phone's crown with its next generation. Samsung has officially sent out invitations for the Galaxy Unpacked event on August 10th, when the Galaxy Z Fold 4 will likely appear. It's also confirmed that new versions of its foldables are in the works. Leaks related to that August 10 date may have shown us exactly what the Galaxy Z Fold 4 and Galaxy Z Flip 4 look like. A new leak points toward the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 4 coming in 4 colors, including one less Spartan option. Samsung will host a Galaxy Unpacked event on August 10th. The online-only event will start streaming at 9 AM. And we're pretty sure the Galaxy Z Fold 4 will debut at that time. The folding device on the event invitation is a pretty good clue. One Galaxy Z Fold 4 pricing possibility, cited by both Korean leaker U1122 on Korean site Naver and Rosyong, claims that the phone will be getting cheaper. Given that the Galaxy Z Fold 3 debuted $1,799, that would be quite welcome news. The Galaxy Z Fold 2 from 2020 launched at $1,999, which might suggest that after falling by $200 in 1 year, we may see a $400 drop over 2 years to $1,599 for the Z Fold 4. That would still be much more expensive than even the most fully spec'd phablet-style phone, but as the gap shrinks, more and more phone buyers will be tempted to go for a foldable. However, the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 4 could have a cheaper entry-level price, as Evan Blass claims the company could offer a model with 128 GB of onboard storage. Cutting the price of the Galaxy Z Fold 4 should certainly be a priority if Samsung wants the phone to be a more mainstream device, we think. Adding 128 GB alongside the 256 GB and 512 GB models that the Galaxy Z Fold 3 offered would give Samsung the option of lowering the starting price of the Galaxy Z Fold 4, and that could even pave the way for more affordable foldable phones. Just take the term affordable with a pinch of salt, as we don't expect even a lower spec Fold 4 to be under $1,000. For what it's worth, you can now reserve your place to pre-order whatever phone Samsung announces on August 10th by going to Samsung.com. You can get up to a $200 credit if you're planning on bundling your phone purchase with a Galaxy Watch and earbuds. If you're just getting the phone, Samsung is offering a $100 credit to be used on select products at its online store. We've already seen some big leaks around the Z Fold 4's potential design. The most compelling leak from Ice Universe says that the Galaxy Z Fold 4 will have a less visible crease, later backing it up with alleged photos, comparing it to the Z Fold 3. Plus the weight is tipped to be just 8.9 ounces. That would be a lot less than the 9.5-ounce Z Fold 3 and closer in weight to the 8.5-ounce iPhone 13 Pro Max. There's also a set of Galaxy Z Fold 4 renders courtesy of OnlyX and SmartPrix. These show the rumored phone from almost every angle, as well as revealing quite a few details about the foldable, assuming they're accurate, of course. One thing that's immediately obvious here is that the rear cameras follow the design style established on the Galaxy S22 Ultra, rather than looking like they did on the Z Fold 3. Another rumor claims that the Galaxy Z Fold 4's front display could be changing, with Samsung playing around with its aspect ratio in the Z Fold 4 prototypes. Which version Samsung will pick isn't certain, but Twitter tipster Chunb8888 claims there are versions with no difference to the Z Fold 3, ranging to those with a much different shape. As for the inner display, Samsung may be upgrading the current ultra-thin glass material for a better one, according to some leaker. This improved material would supposedly be tougher and higher quality, making it better to use with an S Pen stylus, even if it's not built in. One thing that apparently won't be changing about the design is the fingerprint sensing power button. Samsung has allegedly decided not to go ahead with a planned under-display fingerprint module for the Z Fold 4, instead keeping the Z Fold 3's button-mounted sensor. That may be better overall though, as the button-mounted sensor is already a reliable option. The phone's color options are not as fascinating as the new engineering work going into the phone, but are still important for how the phone looks. According to leaker Ross Young, the Z Fold 4 could come in beige, gray or black, a trio of fairly muted colors for such an expensive phone. However, a leak from Evan Blass suggests that the phone could come in burgundy red, which is slightly less Spartan than the other three, and the Galaxy Z Fold 3's color options. One recent rumor has dismissed the idea of a new rear camera design for the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 4, but it has thrown more weight behind the tip that the foldable phone will get a 50-megapixel main camera. Well, good, the 12-megapixel main camera can't keep up with that of the Galaxy S22, let alone the Galaxy S22 Ultra's 108-megapixel snapper. The 12-megapixel ultra-wide and 12-megapixel telephoto cameras are fine, but there's room for improvement with the main camera. And upping the main sensor to 50-megapixel could be the answer. Another rumor has the Galaxy Z Fold 4 has a tip to get a 3x zoom optical zoom on the telephoto camera. Comparatively, the Galaxy Z Fold 3's telephoto cameras offered 2x optical zoom. So if these leak comes to fruition, it would likely give the Galaxy Z Fold 4 a noticeable boost in camera performance and pretty much the same camera setup as the Galaxy S22. OnlyX and SmartPrix also claim the hinge design has been changed, but that's not clear from these renders. The same sources say that the displays will be 6.2 inches exterior and 7.6 inches interior, just like on the Z Fold 3. Both screens are expected to retain their 120Hz refresh rates, too. Finally, the leakers reckon the phone's overall size, when unfolded, will be 6.1 inches wide, 5.1 inches long with width 0.27 inches. That would make it a little shorter but wider and thicker than its predecessor. Those leaked renders tally with several other rumors we've previously heard. For instance, a post on Korean blogging site Naver claimed that Samsung is considering ways to reduce the phone's weight by reworking its hinge and improving the waterproofing and dustproofing. A lighter phone that is less susceptible to water and dust damage sounds ideal to us. Along the same lines, leaker Anthony, going on Twitter, claims that the Galaxy Z Fold 4 will use a single hinge in the center of the handset rather than the two used by the Galaxy Z Fold 3. This would enable a thinner and lighter design while making the Z Fold 4 more durable. According to leaker Ice Universe, the Galaxy Z Fold 4's internal display will have a new aspect ratio that's more square as opposed to 5:4 for the Z Fold 3. The result is that the panel could be both shorter and wider. A newer leak from IU says this ratio will be 6:5, which is indeed slightly square. The outside will apparently remain very narrow and tall, but not quite as tall as before. There's also the case leak that IU provided, showing the new shape compared to the same case for the Z Fold 3. Somewhat disappointing would be a rumor that claims the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 4 won't have a slot to store the S Pen. Leaker Ice Universe has backed this up, saying the Galaxy Z Fold 4 won't have a built-in S Pen. However, he does say the design will be a little smaller and a little thinner, which would be good news. The Galaxy Z Fold 3 introduced a big change compared to previous Samsung phones, the company's first under-display camera on the main display. A Korean leaker claims that the Z Fold 4 could build on this by adding a second under-display camera to the cover display. However, the under-display camera was one of the weaker points of the Galaxy Z Fold 3, so having another one isn't ideal unless Samsung works to improve it. And that's exactly what it's been tipped to do, with the Galaxy Z Fold 4 predicted to get a suite of under-screen camera improvements, including a 16-megapixel sensor, up from a paltry 4-megapixel. It should be noted that not everyone backs the idea that Samsung is going to bolster the under-display camera with that size sensor. Ice Universe tweeted out a list of Galaxy Z Fold 4 specs they described as 100% accurate, and the under-display camera was still listed as a 4-megapixel sensor. The only rumor we have about the Z Fold 4's power source is an unfortunate one. It says that Samsung will be keeping the battery roughly the same size as it currently is on the Galaxy Z Fold 3. Leak specs from both Yogesh Brar and Ice Universe point to a 4400 mAh battery in the new model, unchanged from last year's power pack. One of the worst things about foldable phones is that they have a lot more screen to power, despite having a battery the same size, or sometimes smaller, than equivalent phones. The Z Fold 3's battery life isn't that good, but if Samsung isn't changing the battery capacity, then it will have to make the phone more efficient elsewhere to try and make the phone last a full day away from the wall socket. Unfortunately, charging speed may not be getting boosted to account for this, with leaked regulatory documents seemingly revealing the same 25-watt charging speed as the Z Fold 3. As for the new foldables chipset, we may see it get a Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 Plus, according to leaker Ice Universe. That would give it a good performance increase over the last generation and a small advantage compared to the Galaxy S22 series to boot. And more recently, alleged benchmarks for the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 4 have popped up. In Geekbench 5's testing, a device thought to be the Galaxy Z Fold 4 got a score of 1,351 in the single-core test and 3,808 in the multi-core result. The listing also hints that the Galaxy Z Fold 4 would use a chip that looks a lot like the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 Plus and have 12 GB of RAM. If those rumors didn't satisfy your appetite for Z Fold 4 material, we also have a modest wishlist for the new foldable. Particularly like how this design uses a single display and features room for an S Pen stylus, which would mark the Z Fold series as the successor to the now defunct Galaxy Note series. Some of the features we've seen on other Samsung phones, and more tipped for future ones, may also come to the Z Fold 4. For example, the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 3 Bespoke Edition, with its multiple color combinations, would fit right in with the Z Fold 4, although with a slightly different kind of customization, since one side of the folded phone is still all screen. To summarize, here's what we'd like to see on the Galaxy Z Fold 4. Despite costing so much, the Galaxy Z Fold 3 has the same set of cameras as the Galaxy Z Fold 2 from the year before, albeit with the internal selfie camera swapped out for an under-display camera. It would ideal if Samsung offered better cameras overall on the Z Fold 4. Photography isn't going to be a focus for Samsung's foldables like it is for its Galaxy S phones, but larger or higher resolution sensors would still be a welcome addition. A more powerful space zoom would also be nice. The Z Fold 3 introduced the S Pen stylus to Samsung's foldables, so it would make sense for the company to build on this with the next-gen model. Hopefully, the company will be able to make the stylus fit within the Galaxy Z Fold 4's body, like the concept design above, rather than requiring you to store the S Pen separately or in specially designed cases again. If Samsung is serious about making foldables mainstream, it needs to follow the example of its own Galaxy Z Flip 3 and make the price closer to that of more conventional flagship phones. The possibility of a 128GB Galaxy Z Fold 4 makes this move seem possible. The main side effect of watching content on foldable displays is that your viewing experience can sometimes be spoiled by the obvious creases in the screen. We don't expect the crease to disappear, but it would be nice to see it fade into the background a bit more, just like Galaxy Z Fold 4 rumors are tipping. By the nature of folding the main display in half, it's going to be tricky to get a foldable phone to be especially thin. However, the number one complaint of people we showed the Z Fold 3 to is that it's too thick and bulky to carry around. We'd like to see the Z Fold 4 shave a few more fractions of an inch off of its total size. The Z Fold 3 starts at a disadvantage by having to power two displays, including one that's the size of a small tablet. We saw under 8 hours of battery life in our testing, and it would like to see closer to 10 hours through a combination of perhaps a larger battery and other efficiency gains. Hopefully this video was awesome to you guys. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel for more. Thanks for watching and goodbye.